It's 5 p.m. in Trenton, and there they go. It's the daily deluge of New Jersey workers heading to their homes in Pennsylvania. Seems like all anyone's talking about in New Jersey these days is getting out of here, moving to some other state with lower taxes and cheaper houses to save money. But hold on. This is Roy Williams of Prestige Wealth Management Group in Flemington. He's advised a lot of people who come to him ready to leave New Jersey, and he tells them, not so fast. Turns out, Williams says, when you really work the numbers, it may not be worth it.
It makes sense if they want to relocate to another state for reasons of liking that state, or there's a community in that state they want to live in, or their families in that state. But we find people are relocating for all the wrong reasons, because you hear in the media that New Jersey is one of the most expensive states in the country to live in. It depends upon your tax bracket.
Robinson has prepared detailed spreadsheets to show his clients how much it would cost or save them to move to various states. He used them to run 3 case studies for Ledger Live to see how typical New Jersey families would fare financially as Pennsylvanians or Floridians. Case number 1, Bob and Barbara. They're retired, living in Union County with their cats. Lots of cats. They're pulling in about $80,000 a year in pension, 401k, IRA income, and Social Security. If they move to Florida, they only save about $137 a year. That's about enough for a new hairdo for Babs and maybe a day of fishing for Bob. If they move to Pennsylvania, they'll do better. There's no tax on their pensions there, and they'll save about $2,500 a year in property taxes. Still, none of that includes the cost of buying, selling, and moving their homes, which would run to the thousands. Robinson's advice for Bob and Babs? Might as well stay in Jersey.
The state income tax was lower in New Jersey rather than Pennsylvania, which is shocking to most people. But again, New Jersey has very, very low rates at the income level of $70,000 and below, significantly lower than Pennsylvania.
If you have a couple like this sitting in front of you, you tell them, what do you tell them?
I tell them, don't move for the tax savings.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to move for the tax savings.
Have you had couples like that come in?
Many, because they hear in the media and they read in magazines that New Jersey is one of the worst states to live in from a tax standpoint. But again, the true answer is it depends.
Case number 2, Bernice and Burt. They've got 2 kids and a dog named Bon Jovi. They're in their 40s, both working, making a combined $100,000 a year. Moving to Pennsylvania makes even less sense for them than it did for Bob and Barbara. They'd actually be paying more in state income taxes and about $1,000 a year in local income taxes that towns there use to pay for schools. That's a tax we don't have here in New Jersey. But again, escaping New Jersey's super high property taxes still does save them some money, a total of about $857 a year. And if they move to Florida, they'd save almost $1,900 a year. But
in Florida, there are a lot of hidden costs, such as the cost of flood insurance, hurricane insurance. Homeowners insurance is significantly higher. Gasoline is more expensive. In that situation, I would be very cautious to tell somebody to move, because most likely that couple in that age group, if they move to Pennsylvania for reasons to save taxes, there may be one other move that happens when they retire. It may not be their final destination. If they're going to make that one additional move, you don't have that as many years to amortize the true cost of moving.
Case study number 3, and here's where we start to see New Jersey's reputation for soaking the rich coming into play. Meet Ritchie and Roxanne. They're in their 50s, living in a McMansion in Hunterdon County. He's pulling down about $1 million a year, selling derivatives and credit default swaps on Wall Street. They're living in a house that's about $1.2 million, and they are taking a bath in both property and income taxes in New Jersey. If they move to Florida, they wind up saving $63,666, about the price of a new Escalade. But how's Bob going to make $1 million a year in Florida? Williams' best scenario for them? Move to Pennsylvania, where just the short move across the Delaware will save them about $40,000 a year.
And again, the cost to sell their house, the 7% to exit New Jersey, you're paying over $80,000 to exit New Jersey in realtors fees and the exit tax, the 1% tax you pay to leave New Jersey. Now you add on top of that the decorating of a new home. A lot of people in that income tax bracket will use decorators. Their furniture won't fit into the new house, so they're buying new furniture. Now, at $1 million of income, if that's going to be your income on an annual basis, you may save $50,000 a year. It's worth it to have a full-time home in Florida and a part-time home in New Jersey, which we also see people do. Because that $50,000 tax savings will fund it. So it's best not to move for a few $1,000s a year.